Hey there, you're watching CarTell.tv and I'm Jenna. Tara reviewed the new i30 Active Diesel a while back and she thought it was amazing, and that was an entry-level trim. So the 2017 i30 SR that I have here should be a lot better. So let's see if this is more my kind of car. The SR is a sports version of the i30 and it looks the part. Okay, so there are no massive spoilers or ridiculously wide wheel arches since it is a family hatchback. But there are a few additions that will reveal the sportier nature of the SR over the Active Diesel. The car is lower than the previous one and wider, which combined with the lighter chassis, more rigid frame and far better suspension makes it a joy to drive. But I'll get to that in a minute. The front is beautiful, with more aggressive features, but still elegant. I really like the grille, which is the perfect size and shape. The designers obviously share the sentiment, since everything from the lower lip to the headlights to the hood seems to point towards the protruding grille. The previous SR had a 2-litre GDI engine, but that's now available in the entry-level car alongside the diesel. This 2017 i30 SR has the same engine as the Elantra SR. And it's a punchy 1.6-litre turbo petrol with 150 kilowatts of power and 265 newton-meters of torque. This one comes with a 6-speed manual, which I love, but there's also a 7-speed automatic with dual clutch, but it adds to the price. The car is comfy, balanced and refined, despite the sporty setup and engine. The suspension seems pretty good, and it's specially tuned to suit the Australian market. On nice roads, it's very comfortable, while the handling is engaging at the same time. Multi-link front suspension and independent rear suspension give a far better driving feel than in the Active. The difference between the trims are not just cosmetic, obviously. The SR is truly a different car. The chassis also comes from the Elantra, and it's more rigid and lighter at the same time. On rougher roads, the SR reacts and soaks up the bumps, but swiftly settles back to provide better handling response and safety. The brakes provide lots of confidence, and they don't fade even after heavy use. The engine response is really impressive. The top torque figure is available at 1500 revs, and this makes it a great daily driver. This also makes you feel like you're going a lot slower than your actual speed. Well, that's my alibi anyway. A sprint to 100 kilometers an hour takes just a bit over 7 seconds. On the inside, the new i30 is a bit bigger than the previous one. Red stitching in the seats and matching seat belts don't make any difference in practical terms, but they look quirky in a really good way, and they've done such a good job tying it into all the little red accents throughout the interior. The instruments resemble the ones in the Golf, and this is a good thing because they are easy to read and elegant. The sweeping dashboard and center console look really good. I like this nice big speed indicator in the middle of the dash. It should help if you've got a heavy foot, like me. However, plastic trim in the doors is still somewhat below the rest of the interior. The i30 is a lot better than before, but in terms of top cabin materials, you have to look at the Golf. Still, the fit and finish are outstanding, and the design is great.
You have a message from producer. Jenna, want to read you mute? Sleuth with medium light skin tone. Car, winking face with stuck-out tongue.
And no. This SR comes with a 7-inch touchscreen, with a new sat-nav and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's got a generous 390 litres of boot space, which is up there in this class. A downside. I've talked about how much I love the manual, but it comes with a regular handbrake, which means there's no room for central rear vents. But when you shotgun drive all the time, who cares? The Smart Sense Active Safety Package is standard on the SR with Active AEB, Active Cruise Control and Lane Departure Control. The i30 is a good car, but the i30 SR is even better. It takes a clean-cut car in the i30 that ticks all the boxes in terms of refinement, comfort and practicality, and adds that sporty edge to it that makes a car like the i30 an option for someone like me, who demands a bit more oomph in my day-to-day. This i30 SR Turbo with on-roads will cost you just under 30k. Not bad at all, especially given some of the added safety features it has. So, Hyundai can rest on their laurels. Well, they can, but they won't. The SR is a sporty car, but the i30N is coming by the end of the year and it's supposed to be hardcore. Can't wait for that. Thanks for watching CarTell.tv. What did you think of the new i30? Could it be your new favourite sporty hatch? Subscribe and then leave your comments down below.